Good morning all. My name is Shalini, Assistant Professor from CSC Department. So today's topic is algorithms, flowcharts and pseudocode in C language, right? Then how to write an algorithm. Okay, in this part of video, we learn what is an algorithm, characteristics of an algorithm, general instructions followed to write an algorithm and how to write an algorithm with examples. Okay, first see what is an algorithm. A collection of finite number of sequential steps when executed that performs a given task is known as an algorithm. It is a step-by-step approach to solve a given problem. It is represented in an English language and has some mathematical symbols. Then significance of an algorithm, it is very much useful for writing computer programs. It acts as a blueprint for writing programs. Characteristics of an algorithm. So there are 5 characteristics of algorithm: input, output, definiteness, finiteness, and effectiveness. Let's see an input. 0 or more quantities are externally supplied. At least one quantity is produced. Definiteness, each instruction is clear and ambiguous. Algorithm should terminate after finite number of steps when traced in all cases. Effectiveness, every instruction must be basic. It can be carried out by a person with pencil and paper. Then general instructions, the general structures followed or steps chosen to write an algorithm. Okay. Then start is nothing but beginning of the algorithm. Input data, read input if needed. Computational steps, evaluation of expressions or decisions, making statements. Output computed, information, display the output, then stop, termination of the program. Let's see how to write an algorithm for sum and average of 3 numbers. Okay, algorithm for sum and average should be your title. Step 1 should be what? Start. Then step 2, read ABC values. Then step 3, compute sum is equals to. If you are having 3 numbers, then you need to calculate the sum for those 3 numbers, and those 3 numbers should be stored in 3 variables. Okay, then how to calculate your sum? Sum will be calculated by adding those 3 variables. Then compute average means calculate average, that is nothing but sum by 3. Okay, then after calculating average, you need to print what? Sum and average, and then stop. Okay, then how to find out the largest of 2 numbers? Okay, you need to start, then read A and B values. If A is greater than B, go to step 4 and print A as greater. Else go to step 5 and print B as greater. Right, and then stop. What are the merits? Acts as a blueprint for program development, easy technique to understand logic, easy to identify errors, easy to debug. Then time consuming, difficult to code for lengthy programs, big tasks are difficult to write in an algorithm. Okay, what do you mean by a flowchart? Significance of flowchart. Flowchart symbols, how to write flowchart. Okay, a flowchart is a visual representation of the sequence of steps followed for solving a problem. Flowcharts are drawn using certain special purpose symbols such as rectangle, diamonds, ovals, and small circles. These symbols are connected by arrows called flow lines. Flowchart is an important aid in the development of solution to a problem, easier to understand than an algorithm, independent of any particular programming language, proper documentation, proper debugging, easy and clear presentation. Oval is used to denote beginning or end of the program. Parallelogram denotes an input operation. Rectangle denotes a process to be carried out. Diamond denotes a decision to be made. Hybrid denotes an output operation. Flowline denotes the direction of logic flow in the program. Then if you want to swap 2 numbers, then how to draw a flowchart? Then start, and you need to take 3 variables. Then you need to read n1 and n2, 2 variables. That is nothing but your input. Then processing should be in rectangle. That is, the swapping logic should be there in this rectangle box. Then you need to print the 2 numbers which are got swapped, and you need to stop. This is nothing but largest of 3 numbers. You need to check A with B, then B with C, and A with C, and you need to print according to that condition. You need to print whether A is greater or B is greater or C is greater, and you need to stop. Right? Shorthand symbol. logical steps, effective communication. Flowcharts can be visually appealing. Visual clarity, proper documentation are some merits of flowcharts. Demerits, not suitable, where solution is long, complicate things, difficult to alter. It can be difficult to draw a flowchart neatly, especially when mistakes are made, time taking, including oversimplifying, repeated modifications and reproduction. Then what do you mean by pseudocode? Significance of pseudocode, how to write this pseudocode. Pseudocode is a simple and concise sequence of English-like instructions to solve a problem. Pseudocode is a text-based detailed design tool. Pseudocode is often used as a way of describing a computer program to someone who does not understand how to program a computer. It also helps you avoiding getting bogged down with details. The rules of pseudocode are reasonably straightforward. All statements showing dependency are to be intended. This includes while, do, for, if, and switch. It uses the structural conventions of a normal programming language but is intended for human reading rather than machine reading. Significance of pseudocode. Pseudocode fits more easily on a page of paper. Pseudocode can be written in a way that is very close to real program code, so making it easier later to write the program. Pseudocode takes less time to write than drawing a flowchart. Pseudocode will vary according to whoever writes it. Then how to write this pseudocode? To determine whether student passed or failed, start program, input grade. If student grade is greater than or equals to 60, then print passed, else print failed. And if, then end program. Then how to write a pseudocode for area of rectangle? Start the program, get the length and width, then compute the area, length into width, then display the area and then end the program. So these are some of the merits and demerits of pseudocode. Improves the readability of any approach, acts as a bridge between the program and the algorithm or flowchart. It makes the code construction phase easier for programmer. Pseudocode does not tend to run over many pages. It can be easily modified as compared to flowchart. It can be written, read, and understood easily. Converting a pseudocode to program language is very easy. So these are some of the demerits. It does not include the full logic of the proposed code. Pseudocode sometimes causes non-programmers to misunderstand the complexity of a coding project. The lack of standards is probably the main disadvantage of pseudocode. It is not visual, introduce error possibility in translating the code. To find the smallest of three numbers, to find the area and circumference of a circle, to find the area and perimeter of a rectangle, to determine whether a number is prime or not. So try to do it yourself now. Design an algorithm, flowchart, and pseudocode for the following examples. Thank you.